The field of 40 making their way by this packed crowd at Talladega. Green flags in the air.
Very strange start. Second, third row just did not get going at all. Keselowski was way behind, but is pulled right back up to the back of Chase Elliott.
We're going to talk about it, Rick. With these restricted engines, the horsepower is restricted. It takes about a lap or a little over a lap to get up to full speed.
One of the things that Marty just touched on, I think is a great point, is that strategy move by Ford. It all depended upon that group of cars working together and not making mistakes, as we see some cars making their way to pit road now.
Oh, there you go. There's a
big group, and there's a problem. Jimmy McMurray gets hit. Earnhardt gets into him. McMurray's going to get hit again.
We see that so many times at Talladega. Everybody trying to get on pit road at the same time, and they just make contact. And Jamie McMurray with big contact. Jamie McMurray trying to slow down.
He's in the second lane, way up on the racetrack, and the 77, I think, has no idea the one is pitting or just can't tell. And he hits him reasonably close to full speed, Jeff.
Also the 15, we see Mark Thompson got into that as well.
Keselowski held that inside line up just a little bit so Logano could get a launch. We see this over and over and over on the plate races, and by the way, we see a few wrecks caused for it.
As you mentioned before, that takes almost a little over a lap to get up to full speed, full throttle for these cars because of the restrictor plater. From the 21 of Ryan Blaney all the way to the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 13 points separate all those drivers.
And contact coming to 5 to go. We saw the 21 to 48 make contact. People are starting to push each other around. Caution.
Smoke up into the wall. Looks like Paul Menard potentially in the 27.
There is no caution so far.
And now the caution does come out. It is Paul Menard in the 27. Got up into the wall. He was running 22nd.
I think it cut a left front.
Field in the hands of Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski once again making up row one. Logano on the outside. Entering the Geico restart zone. One more time around until the end of stage one. The importance of those points for Brad Keselowski, who's in the playoffs, huge. And he could get a playoff point if he's able to win this stage. He has the advantage as they work through 3 and 4. Coming into the trial for the final time of stage one. Down at the bottom, Brad Keselowski with the advantage. Keselowski will win stage one.
Okay, well, that worked out well.
Blaney, Stenhouse Jr., Jimmy Johnson, the other playoff contenders that got points.
Coming through the tri-oval, green flag back in the air. Two by two, now breaking into 3 wide, about 20 cars deep. Kurt Busch out front now, and he'll try to stay in front of the 21. As Ricky Stenhouse Jr. making the move on the inside. And you saw the move there by Chase Elliott in the Napa 24. Very close between himself and Martin Truex Jr. And look at the aggressive move he makes now as he moves to the outside, trying to take second away.
And Denny Hamlin swings to the top. He'll try to take 4 wide into 1 and 2, but does he have any takers pushing? It looks like he's the only one up in the 4th lane.
And how about the job by the 21 car of Blaney, blue and white car out front. Side drafting from the inside. Slowed down. Kurt Busch took the lead.
Blaney looking for the stage win at Talladega. Right behind him, though, fighting for another potential playoff point and another stage win is the 2 of Brad Keselowski. How does he set him up to make the pass here, Jeff?
One thing Brad can do is try to back up just a little bit and hope the 14 gives him a push. The problem is, if you back up Clint Boyer in that 14, he's going to try to make a move and take that spot away. So I think Brad really has no choice but just to stay in the throttle and more or less hope. Just too many cars behind him to try to give up space.
Coming up on the lap car, and as they come to the end of stage 2, Ryan Blaney's going to win this one.
Green check, roll out of it.
4th stage win for the 21 team and Ryan Blaney. Blaney, another one of those playoff contenders, fighting to advance into the round of 8. Logano and Blaney making up row 1. Back up through the gears they go. Logano immediately diving to the bottom of the track in that 22 as he took the lead away from Ryan Blaney. And now the 18 of Kyle Busch trying to lead that second line.
20 of Matt Kenseth with the 4 of Harvick on the 3rd lane. Dale Earnhardt Jr. saw him coming. He jumped up in front of him. Here comes that outside lane. Like we've seen, Daniel Suarez, big run on the outside. We've seen that every restart where the outside eventually gets that momentum and comes back and gets a lead.
Daniel Suarez in front now at Talladega. Suarez trying to pull Trevor Bayne along as well in the pink number 6 on the outside. Riding along with the bat cam, 100 miles an hour on that camera as they go down the back stretch.
Oh, there it is.
Hard into the wall, the 41 of Kurt Busch. He'll collect the rest of the field.
The 18's in it, the 48's in it.
The 88 is in it. Just on the front edge, she starts to roll now on the apron. The 32 of Matt DiBenedetto. The 4 of Harvick.
20 of Matt Kenseth.
78, Martin Truex Jr. Brendan Gaughan in the 75. The 17, major damage.
You see right there the 78 trying to get on the outside.
And this is what we talked about all week. Why do the playoff drivers fear Talladega? Because of this. Every one of these drivers, the 18 of Kyle Busch, the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, you see heavy contact there as well. 4 of Kevin Harvick. They have to be in the middle of this pack. They have to fight for the points. That's why those stages are so important. Think about the points that were gained by Keselowski, Blaney, even Johnson. He got 10 points over the stages. That's going to take a little of the sting away from this accident because this has eliminated all of these race cars.
And this is back-to-back weeks for the 18 of Kyle Busch to have a wrecked car.
Big hits.
Coming through the tri-oval. It'll be 12 laps to go. Suarez looking for his first win. Logano looking to go back to victory lane at Talladega. Green flag back in the air. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Hamlin, and Keselowski, all playoff drivers, still fighting out on the racetrack. Logano trying to get by the 19 of Suarez. Side by side for the lead down the backstretch. Chase Elliott, a huge move to the inside. Elliott's going to try to take the lead. The crowd goes wild here at Talladega. The bottom moving. Here comes Kyle Larson. Side by side for the lead. Larson trying to take it away from Chase Elliott. He's got no help behind him. Suarez back up there. Big wreck behind them. Logano gets in it.
Wrecking behind you.
Trevor Bayne also involved. Ryan Blaney in the 21. Big hit for him again. And the 4 of Kevin Harvick also into the side.
You see the 21 and the 22 made a little bit of contact, and it pushed the 22 Logano down into the side of the 6 car.
The 2 drivers on the front row have never won in the Monster Energy Cup Series. Daniel Suarez on the inside, Chase Elliott on the outside. Back through the restart zone, back through the gears they go. The final 8 laps at Talladega.
Dale Jr. is doing a great job of pushing Chase Elliott.
Inside line working as well. Kyle Larson in the 42, pushing the 19 of Daniel Suarez. He's getting help from the 2 of Brad Keselowski. Small pack, but this is it. All fighting. A huge opportunity for some drivers out here. Suarez is going to go around. He got tagged from the back. Right in front, hard contact.
All right, hold it up there, hold up there. Yellow's out. Be ready, guys. Right.
Attempt to make it 3 wide.
Well, guess who wasn't involved? The 88. It's an attrition race now.
See right here, Chase Elliott tries to make it 3 wide, and the 42 came up a little bit, the 19 came down a little bit, and another big wreck.
Green flag back in the air. Right on the back bumper of the 2 is the 88 of Dale Jr. He's pushing. Takes a lap, maybe a little bit over to get up to top speed. Denny Hamlin pushing Ryan Newman. They've got a little advantage on the outside. Can he get Newman past him? Newman and Denny Hamlin clear the 2. Now the 2 working almost in tandem.
The 88 got on the outside of the 2, Keselowski.
88 clears the 2. Now the 2 fights back. There goes the 11 for the lead.
31 did a great job of side drafting. Ryan Newman got him back in the lead with that side draft.
2 laps to go. Newman has a car length in front of Keselowski. As they come into 3 and 4 for the final time, Keselowski on the high side, trying to take the lead away. Side by side as they exit 4. The tricky triangle they're about to come through. Contact made. Keselowski still in front. Through the trial will they go. Keselowski's going to win at Talladega.
You just won the race.
The spotter communication that you didn't have today, the radio trouble, how tough is that to fight through at a place like Talladega?
Yeah, it ain't no fun. I was getting about every other word, but man, it's so hard to tell what's going on. You got cars 3 wide, 4 wide, and you get into the corner 2 wide, but then somebody sneaks in, and sorry, it wasn't me. Somebody sneaks in, and next thing you know, you're 3 and 4 wide. So you know, it's just part of the pain and the privilege of Talladega. It's a little bit of both. It's a privilege to run here. It can be painful, and today it wasn't for us. We were very, very fortunate to get to those wrecks, Krista.